I thought he did great. I thought they all did a nice job. It's always a fun day, great day for the program, special day for them. A lot of their families here. Always good to visit with the families a little bit as well. But the underwear Olympics are over, and so I think it's just a big relief for all these guys to be able to just get back to football. Let's get back to some position work and get everybody back, put their eyes back on the tape, and because you got to be able to play the game. But I thought they did well and did what they needed to do to solidify an opportunity, and that's really all you can ask for, is to get a good opportunity. Very few people get an opportunity to go to that level, and I think these guys demonstrate. I think the great majority of those guys in there are gonna get that shot, and some of them will hear their names called in the draft. Some will sign as free agents, but they'll all get the opportunity. And history shows that if you get the opportunity, you got a chance to make it. So we've had, I think, 109 guys since I've been the head coach that have gotten an opportunity, and 80% have made it, at least made the practice squad, and that's not normal. It's pretty rare. So especially when you consider that 1.7% of college players play in the NFL. So the fact that we got to this point 109 that have gotten a shot, that's pretty cool. So averaging about 10 a year or so, they get a chance, and this will probably be about the same this year that'll get that shot.
Dabo, do you worry at all that maybe the opportunity for some of these guys might be impacted by the virus we're seeing, or is it, if the NFL thinks you've got talent, they're going to find it? Just as far as getting them up and to locations for private workouts, things like that.
I don't. I mean, I really don't. I mean, these guys have years of tape. Yeah. We've played in a bunch of games, so I mean, they've had combines. We've had our pro day. You can still get on the phone with somebody and talk to them. You can FaceTime with somebody if you just need to get that visual interaction. But no, at the end of the day, they just sit back in a chair and kick their feet up and watch some tape. So that's what it ultimately is going to come down to. And then they want to check all the boxes.
Sure.
But they can still get all that done.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that will impact their opportunities at all.
You didn't. How was it different in there today? But you saw elbows and fist bumps, and it was just a little bit different. I mean, what was that like for you guys?
Just kind of reaction to what's going on today. We're just kind of all sitting around waiting for the next report, I guess. But I think just trying to be listen and have good precaution in what you're doing every day, and trying to help the cause of just kind of slowing this thing down and eventually getting it under control to where everybody can get back to living their lives.
He didn't seem particularly thrilled with his 40, but he said straight line speed isn't what makes him a great receiver anyway. Is that kind of how you feel about him?
I mean, I think he's really, really fast straight line speed. I mean, he's just not he ran in the fives. He's 4.5 something, which is what he needed to do. But I mean, if you ever took a stopwatch and tried to go, you can't. The difference between 4.54 and 4.44, it's almost impossible to, so that gets the technicalities of a start. He's not a track guy. He's never run track. But put him in a receiver stance and line him up with everybody else and see how it ends. He can run with anybody. He's elite in every way. He's got excellent top end speed, freaky ball skills, unbelievable size, collision balance. I mean, radius, high football IQ, great character, great coachability. I mean, he's the complete package, and he'll hear his name called really early. He's going to be a first round, second round at worst guy, and get his opportunity. And the day he gets somewhere, he'll be the guy. I don't have any doubt about that, because he's prepared for that.
I would imagine that some of these NFL guys who talked to you today raved about Isaiah and the way, the kind of freak athlete that he is.
Yeah, he's just so unique. I mean, it's everybody's looking for that. The game, everybody plays in sub package these days. It's just a different game. You almost start your installation with sub package, because most people are 11 personnel, and so used to the tweener. It was like, what do you do with the tweener? Now everybody's looking for the tweener. That guy who can really be a sub package type guy and do everything you need to do. but Isaiah is kind of another level to that. You know, Muse would be that true tweener. Isaiah is like, just decide where you want to put him and he'll be great at that. You know, he dispels the myth that there's a unicorn or not a unicorn. He is one. He's just, have not had a guy like him. I've had some guys that can do aspects of his game, but not all of that with the size and the speed that he has.
Yep. You mentioned a few years ago somebody passed on Deshaun Watson. They'd be like passing on Michael Jordan. What would it be like for the teams that are going to probably pass on Simmons since he won't go 1 or 2?
Well, I would say, you know, the thing with Isaiah is if you're getting a first-round pick, he's like getting 3 guys with 1 pick. He's like getting 3 first-rounders. It's just that's you know, it's just getting a lot of value. Sometimes you take a guy and he's just a specific need, and that's what he does. This is what he plays. But with Isaiah, he's multiple roster spots all rolled up into one, and I think that's pretty unique.
It looks like, I guess Clemson has said students will be doing online probably through the end of the month, it looks like. Do you at least have like a plan B as to how to handle spring practice as things move along?
Not yet. I mean, we'll talk about it. You know, again, I literally just like walking through that door right there, Ross said that they postponed classes at least till so we got extended spring break. So, you know, the good news for us, we've already had 9 spring practices and had a huge scrimmage yesterday. So we've gotten a lot of work done. And if we didn't get another practice, I feel good about what we've been able to get done. So, you know, we'll respond and get a plan together, and really just based on, you know, our direction, you know, from our leadership, and we'll go there. The biggest thing is just making sure that everybody's safe and no issues, and you know, we can do the learning online if however we got to do that, and try to finish the semester the way we want to, and then hopefully, you know, it seems like things change daily, and at some point, hopefully it'll change. It'll start getting, the needle will start going back that way, just as fast. But you know, that's just where we are right now. So I'm thankful that we have spring break coming up, and you know, we don't have to really process anything right now until we get back as far as next steps. But I'll be having a conversation later on today with Dan, and we'll go from there.
Will that include maybe even talking about the spring game?
Oh,
if we're still in the middle of this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you know, those aren't going to be my decisions. Those will be decisions that people, there's a you know, committee and groups, and make all those decisions, and then we'll just roll with it.
Where you guys are now, 9 practices in, like, what would you be losing if spring got
Man, a lot of valuable development. I mean, we have 15 mid-years, and that's a lot of development for those guys. They've been in a lot of meetings, a lot of corrections, a lot of installation. So a lot of just team building, you know, a lot of team meetings and things where we just, you know, the way we build our team every year. So we've gotten a lot of that done. We're in a good shape, but yeah, I'm glad we were able to do that.
What advice do you give your young guys about how to handle this moment? I mean, we're all really facing this moment in the virus and what they can do. Do you kind of provide them a little guidance about how to keep their heads straight?
I mean, you know, I guess this is something where you try to be more emphatic. You know, prior to this, we didn't go around, you know, like, I mean, these are grown people. Like, okay, now wash your hands and don't, you know, I mean, you know, because it's just more. I mean, we all know if you're around somebody that's sick, you can get sick. You can pick up viruses anywhere. You can get the flu. We all know that as a norm. But this is just kind of, you know, a different deal that spread. You know, it can spread fast and you can catch it and whatever. And so, just trying to be really emphatic about washing your hands, trying to stay away from sick people. If you're sick, you know, make sure you let somebody know, and just trying to communicate the best you can, and just taking the advice that the people give you, trying to avoid big crowds and stuff like that. And so, I mean, that's really all you can do, and then hope that everybody will manage their space the best they can.
When you look at Ohio State pulling coaches off the road recruiting and canceling the rest of the spring, is it crazy how fast everything just seems to be news keeps coming?
Yeah,
so
I mean,
quick?
it's kind of been that way like every day. There's something, so it's not. I'm not surprised. I think everybody's just like I said, just trying to really be very precautious and really just try to just get control of it. And the weather hopefully will change, and that hopefully will help as well. Everybody's just, I think, trying to do their part to stamp it out.
Do you anticipate it affecting y'all's recruiting at all?
No idea. I mean, we got ways away. It's all that stuff's. It's March 12th. We got 6 weeks before we would even go recruiting, and that's a decision we can make 2 days before. So there's no sense in making judgments and jumping to things like that right now. We just got to. By that time, we may all be sitting here in a whole different place, and so just I wouldn't even try to predict any of that stuff. But we'll do whatever's necessary and whatever the recommendations are. And it ain't gonna come from me. It's gonna come from the people who are studying this stuff every single day.
As of right now, still March 23rd. Every guy's still coming back and everything practice. Or have you had any conversations about that?
Yeah. I mean, literally, I just got walking through the door. They said that President Clements just sent out a message saying that no school to the 30th or something like that. Online through the 30th. So I don't know what that means from us. That's
Sure.
I'll have to have a conversation with Dan and to see what they say, and then we'll go from there.
And just for the record, nobody on your staff or personnel has come to you and said, "Coach, I don't feel well."
No.
And so you haven't self-quarantined anybody or
No.
anybody go get a test or something like that?
No.
Was Alexi and Richard Deargan out there?
Oh, it was good to see Rich. I was proud of him. That's a cool story. Really neat for him, and just hoping he'll get that opportunity to chase that dream.
Did he reach out to y'all about working out with everybody, or was that?
He did.
Yeah.
He did. And he was here 5 years, and that coach is no longer there, and it was a good situation for him to have the opportunity.
All right.
Thanks, guys.